Hello, and welcome to another episode of the PLZ podcast. Alright, that was really bad. But we're still gonna roll with it.
Okay.
My name is Chris, aka Ranger Reviewer.
And I'm Will, aka Will.
Yeah, that doesn't really work with you. Because you use your same one, okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, welcome to another episode 12? This is episode 12, right?
3,
Yeah. Of the PLZ podcast.
Yes.
Now with even more, I don't know.
Even more content.
And less hair, because I shaved my head, essentially.
And I don't have my mustache.
Oh, yeah, it's
So,
like less hair.
yeah.
That's kind of gross.
We're both going through identity crises right
Yeah,
now.
it's weird. Like it's a nice, interesting feel, because it's been like 10 years since I've like cut my hair that
Oh
short.
my gosh.
So actually, it's probably longer than that. Probably 1997 was the last time I
Jeez.
like cut it this short, and that was like my mom cutting it short. So, but anyways, less hair, more news.
Yes.
New York Comic Con is this week. I saw some posts on Instagram, Facebook, my Snapchat because my friends are watching it right now. And we'll get into that a little bit later because there's a lot of news, especially in the merchandise line for that. Upcoming videos, we have a lot of videos coming next week. Will has his rants, part 3 of like a video that we shot like 3 months ago is finally going up on Friday. I tried to do it last Friday, but for some reason it just wouldn't work. So that's going to be up Friday. Tomorrow, which is today for you guys, this video will be up. Next week is a Ranger Hunt episode, a first impressions video, and I think kind of like a mini review. It's a new concept I'm working with. I don't know if you guys will like it or not, but I'm willing to try. So those are the new videos. Oh, and Halloween stuff is this week actually.
Yes.
Yeah. So we went. We didn't go Halloween shopping. We looked around and
Yeah.
found some costumes that were pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Will, you invited me to the Facebook Power Rangers group, buy sell group.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, it's fun to go on, but like the people that are on it, like they repost the same stuff. Whenever there's Power Rangers news, they repost the same thing, even though it like literally someone just posted it 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's kind of excessive.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go look at it now and then see if anything. There was a deal. The Yellow Ranger, the figure art Yellow Ranger was actually on sale for $60.
Oh wow.
See person at the whatchamacallit? At Frankensons that owns that one little shop. Yeah, it's possible and it's real.
It's a real one. Yeah.
I'm a real boy. Let's see. And someone just found a Legacy Kimberly today. Oh, you know what I want to say? The Funko figures.
Yeah.
Dude, so I was looking at how much Funko figures cost, and someone posted up the White Ranger one. Apparently, it's $75 now.
Yeah.
On like a Funko website that shows you how much each one is worth. It's like the average price is $70. So for me, that's amazing, and I might get those plastic cases that we saw at the comic book store yesterday.
Oh yeah.
For them, for all three, because the White Ranger is costing. 70, Red Ranger 65, and Pink Ranger of course is like 45, which is surprising because you would think the girl would be
the most.
but I think it's because the hype of the White Ranger
Probably.
and and stuff like that. Nothing really on the Facebook page or the group, but like our Facebook page, we have a Facebook page. We're actually posting more stuff on there, and Yeah. So let's go into this week in Ranger merchandise. There's a lot of things from New York Comic Con,
A lot of stuff.
as well as the London. What is theirs?
I think it's like a London Comic Expo or something.
Yeah,
like that.
something like that. I don't know what it is, but Legacy Blade Blaster will be for sale, or is it happening now?
I think this weekend was opening weekend for them. So the UK basically gets first dibs on the Legacy Blade Blaster. I'm
cool with that.
That's
I'm not in any hurry to buy that.
Yeah, I mean it's just first dibs, so I mean eventually it's going to be everywhere else, so it's cool.
But their official page did post up a official video of how it works. Do you remember what was on it? I didn't watch it actually.
They showed the conversion, how it switches from blaster to gun mode, blaster to dagger mode, blade mode, whatever. It's cool. It has a little switch that'll spring out the blade, so that's cool. And then, you know, it just has very generic firing noises. And then, of course, if you hold the trigger, it plays the MMPR theme. So
If you hold the trigger.
yeah.
Okay.
So
for cosplayers and collectors, the Legacy Blade Blaster measures 12.5 inches in blaster mode, 14 inches in holster mode, and 20.5 inches in blade mode. Something to consider if you want to cosplay with it. I'm not sure on the weight, because I'd be more concerned with that more than the.
yeah, I think it's
length.
maybe just like the silver parts are gonna be die-cast.
Die-cast.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. So buy the Legacy Blade Blaster. If you are in the UK, you get a free exclusive design T-shirt when you spend £20 or more on Power Rangers. Asterisk while stocks last on that. Free exclusive Dino Charger with every Power Rangers purchase. There it is, and I think I'm gonna have a photo of this on the right now. You guys can see. I'm gonna go save this photo actually right now onto my download so I can post it up later. So there is that. It doesn't look too bad. I have the I forgot to say what we have here. We have the 2010 Megazord. When it first came out, I think I bought this for like $20. And it was a really great price.
It was really cheap at the time.
Do you have this?
Not anymore.
Really? What? Oh yeah. I'm sorry.
That was the first half of my collection.
And you had a great first half of collection. You already told me.
I'll tell these guys a little story real quick. That
Okay, go ahead.
They're not confused. Basically, first few years of my collection, it basically ended up getting lost. What had happened was I basically moved in with my stepmom and stepbrother, and so I ended up sharing a room with my stepbrother, so I couldn't have everything displayed in my house because, I didn't have nearly as much room as I did before. It was basically just in our storage unit that we had for a while, and I guess we weren't making the payments on it, and my dad didn't tell me about that, and eventually we ended up losing the storage unit. And so basically the entire first half of my collection up until, I want to say, probably the beginning of Samurai, was pretty much lost in it. So
that's really scary.
Yeah, and that was like a lot of my Sentai changers too. So I had like the Magiphone, the SP license, 3 the Aba Ranger changers. I had one for each of the dinos. And basically all my MMPR 2010 stuff and all my RPM stuff, and even stuff from my childhood. So
yeah,
it's kind of depressing to think about, because I remember doing a project on it for my econ class my senior year, and I think it was all valued at if I was looking at retail price for around everything, it was like $2,600 worth of merchandise. So yeah, it just kind of sucked. I basically had to start from scratch. Yeah. So it kind of sucked, but oh well.
Well, your collection now.
Oh yeah, my collection now is I'm
jealous of this collection.
Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, it's pretty.
It's
current.
hefty. It's nice. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. So
if someday we'll probably have a video on his collection someday.
Yeah, one of these days.
But that is Will's unfortunate sad story for today. But we have more good news.
Yeah.
I have to find the Google Doc. I think I just closed it. Hold on.
Oh,
No, I got it. We have the Legacy Communicator. Let's talk about that. We talked about that last week, saying that we wanted all the bells and whistles on it.
And it sounds like they're pretty much doing all of it,
except the Bluetooth.
Except the Bluetooth.
Oh well, I'm not too concerned about that.
It's not that bad, but they do have they're gonna have the changeable bands like we wanted,
which we're very happy about.
We're gonna have lights, sounds, all that business. So, and they even has the button on there, the yellow button. Yeah. So that's cool. It looks really nice. It looks really nice actually.
You know what's funny is that I think it was upside down. Is it upside down when they displayed it? I feel like it was. I don't know why. No, because you go like this.
The sub button is facing downward, right?
Yeah. I thought it was upside down for some reason. Maybe I'm seeing things, but I don't know. But they did have the red band inside the communicator, but
they showed the other 4 bands.
With it on the display. Was there, what kind of face is it? Is it silver or green face? I forget.
It looked like it was silver. I think it was all chrome. I didn't see a green face, which is fine. Because I don't think was the green show accurate?
Green was show accurate.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Because I remember a lot of people were customizing it into
Well, I mean, that's something, if it really bothers you that much.
I mean, you can just buy another faceplate for it, or whatever. You can just swap.
Yeah, I'm sure, like, someone will make a custom something for it.
Yeah, Starlight will definitely.
Or you can just, like, brush something on there.
Oh, yeah.
Quick. You know, it's not that hard of a thing. So, but, I mean, it looks perfectly fine to me. So
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
The price everyone's saying is $80, which is fine with me.
That sounds about right.
I'm not too concerned about that.
Yeah, well, I mean, this thing, unlike all the other stuff, is fully die cast.
Yeah.
So that
justifies the price of $80. Mm-hmm. I'm probably gonna buy it, or I don't know what's gonna come first, the pre-order or the actual, finding it in stores. Usually it's Legacy Morphers where you can find it in stores first, and then you can purchase it online.
When I did Legacy Morpher, I just pre-ordered it, and I just
and just waited, just removed.
It was just a lot easier.
Yeah, I don't know. I love the thrill of the chase.
Oh, yeah,
my adrenaline pumps so freaking hard. I don't know. It's like, oh, I need to find it now. And then when you find it, it's like euphoria. Yeah. It's amazing. You go through all like the emotions in one sitting. It's like, oh, they have it, and like you call them. It's like, hey, do you have the Legacy Morpher or whatever? And they don't. That's like the worst part, is trying to talk to the person of.
And they're like, okay, we've gotten 20 different calls today. Half of them are from you.
Yeah. I remember I called about 10 Toys R Us's within an hour, and none of them had it. It was the worst, and I called every single Tuesday until I could find it, and it was during when was it? For the Legacy Megazord, it was during my my spring break that I found it.
Okay.
That was a good day, but I drove an hour in the pouring freaking rain to the Jersey Shore to get it, which is whatever.
Yeah.
It was a fun drive, and when I actually got it, the guy was cool and he still remembered me on the phone. So.
That's cool.
Yeah, and it was a day where a grandpa was bringing his son to Toys R Us, and you know what he bought? The freaking
did he buy the Shinkano?
Yeah, thank you for remembering. You actually went on my blog there when I had it.
That was an old one.
But little kid, he was honestly, he's yay big. The height of this table is probably a lot.
Yeah, he's
taller.
3 feet tall.
Yeah, and then he picked out whatever he wanted. It was just Shinkano, and I'm like, wow, that grandpa's gonna spend $80 on something he doesn't know, and then probably in 5 years it's gonna be gone or broken. So,
or maybe, I don't know. That's cool though.
Yeah.
I hope that kid wasn't disappointed though when he tried getting the auxiliary Zords and they didn't work.
This doesn't fit, kid. That thing is 40 times bigger than the actual one. It's not made of the cheapest plastic. Dude, I still have my Shinkano. It's still in storage.
Yeah, I have mine displayed. It's all cool and stuff.
I love it.
Yeah.
But that was a good day. I love that. Legacy Thunder Megazord. Since we're gonna go into Megazords here, Thunder Megazord. I think literally Morphin not Morphin Legacy. Henshin something.
Somebody found pictures of it. Stock photos of it.
Yeah, and then someone they're talking to Bandai reps right at this moment.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people talking to Bandai this weekend.
Because they're trying to do the sled mode. Bandai doesn't want to say anything or promise anything at this point. Legacy Thunder Megazord individual Zords will combine to form classic attack sled. That is just 1 hour ago that they just posted that.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, they will answer it once they have more clarification on attack sled mode. Mm-hmm. I think the way I'm going to set up my Legacy Thunder Megazord once I get it is it might be in sled mode. I'm not too sure.
Okay.
Because I'm incorporating the original line with
the new line,
the Legacy line in my display. So I have to see how that's going to hold up because apparently my shelves can only hold 30 pounds each.
Yeah.
So with the with the die cast, it's probably not the best idea in the world to do. But we'll see. My dad's pretty good at putting in shelves and making sure they're sturdy. So they're IKEA shelves for those. It's the IKEA lack for those that are wondering what kind of shelves I use. I like to keep it fancy. So Thunder Megazord is indeed $200. I forgot who else has it for pre-order besides Big Bad Toy Store.
Other people do?
Yeah, somewhat, because a lot of people put it up on Twitter. It's
maybe, now you can maybe Toy Wiz.
Was it Toy Wiz? Let me go
check.
I don't think it's Toy Wiz. but
That's usually the other one that people go to online.
yeah, because no one was like,
Yeah, I mean, a pre-order for Thunder Megazord probably won't hit Toys R Us until probably next month or the month after. So once supercharged stuff starts coming out.
Toy Wiz does not have it. Pre-orders, let me see. They have the Imagine X figures, for sure. Oh, you can. I forget. Did we talk about like you can send in your proof of purchase and then get the.
Oh no, we haven't mentioned that. Yeah, basically, if you got the big Imagine X Megazord set, the initial wave had red and black Rangers without the Dragon Shield, and then because on the packaging it advertises that they come with the Dragon Shield. If you, I guess, send in your proof of purchase to Imagine X, or it's Fisher Price, right? That
yes.
owns it. Yeah. Basically, if you send it your proof of purchase to Fisher Price, they'll just go ahead and send you the Dragon Shield version of Red and Black Rangers.
Because I think Trekkie did it, and a number of people.
Yeah, a few people have done it. I've seen online, and they've said it's been no problem at all.
Good on them.
Yeah. And then now they're fixing it. A lot of the newer ones that are being spotted have the fixed figures, so that's cool.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, so good on Fisher Price
for having an excellent customer service for doing that. I mean, sometimes with Bandai, I remember when I did this in Jungle Fury, if you request something, you have to send the broken piece back, and then you gotta wait, and then sometimes they don't fulfill. It's just a mess sometimes with who you're dealing with, but Fisher Price is normally pretty good with that stuff.
Yeah.
And for those wondering, it is Entertainment Earth that has it, also for $200 free shipping for that pre-order of the Thunder Legacy Megazord. But God, do they look beautiful! I'm excited for this. One for the Red Dragon Megazord, it just like to have that articulation, all those articulation points is just gonna be amazing.
Yeah, the dragon looks really good.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have a coupon for that somehow, and not have to pay the full $200. And a lot of people are just like, that's a lot for a Megazord. I'm still like that, but I kind of understand now that it's a lot of cost and development. But I'm still wondering how they're gonna incorporate that with the Tiger Megazord, because we just talked about this. If it's like, I would imagine they were gonna use the Red Dragon legs to put it into the Pegasus and Unicorn Thunderzords. So is it Pegasus and Unicorn? Griffin. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about whatchamacallit, Die Ranger. They called it Pegasus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It was Pegasus instead of Unicorn.
Yes. I don't know why they did that. I I'm feeling Pegasus more with that. But with the Tiger Zord, it could go either way. I just don't like how you have to remove the legs to.
Yeah, but I'm hoping that they incorporate that, because it would suck to have a collector's item where there's leftover pieces.
Do you think that they were thinking about the Thunder Megazord when they were making the White Tiger?
I hope so.
I hope they did, because it made
it would make sense. They built it to go into the Mega Tigerzord configuration.
Imagine they just like threw crap at a wall and just hope it stuck in it. They didn't really think, maybe if it sells, so many pieces, we'll consider it. But at this point, it's only the Tiger Megazord. No one really thinks about the Thunder Megazord, which is a complete lie.
Yeah.
So I'm also really happy that they're gonna include the chain in there as well for the sheath and the sword. Because I was playing with my Thunder Megazord a couple days ago. It didn't come with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I was reconfiguring my shelving units. So, but hopefully the sled will be there. The handle will be there. It's gonna be a crazy heavy handle. Thinking about it when you're trying to go like this, because didn't they have like a Thunder Megazord commercial where like a kid was like doing like this with the Megazords?
Yeah, it sounds like something a kid would do in a commercial.
It's gonna be like super super heavy.
Yeah.
And the kid will be like, "Oh geez."
Oh my god.
Mom is like, "Well, this should not happen." Well, that's your fault for buying a $200 collector's item for your 10-year-old son. But yeah, February 2016. So we have October, November, December, January, February. 5 months for you to get your I was gonna say your buttholes ready, to get your wallets ready.
Wow.
Oh, I mean,
Well, I mean, depends.
if you really think about it.
Yeah.
At this point, they got us.
Yeah.
But I am very excited for the Legacy Thunder Megazord.
Yeah.
But I probably will be waiting until like some promo or like to get a free charger or something like that because that's always nice to get. Unfortunately, okay. Oh yeah. The Falcon Megazord. I say unfortunate because it looks kind of sad. Compared to like this, which honestly looks a lot better.
In comparison, to everything, Falcon Zord is probably the most underwhelming out of the Legacy Zords.
Mm-hmm.
So, so did I. But yeah, Falcon Zord, it definitely looks like they scaled it down a little bit. And just like the paintwork on it is just kind of underwhelming as well. A lot of the gold accents are kind of like a bronzish type thing. And it's just, it just...
Yeah, I like weren't we the feet for it, I'm sorry. The feet and the beak and the wingtips are just I would feel like they would use the same gold like foil.
I mean, it's definitely cool that it's all painted. It looks better because it's painted.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say
except
that
stickers.
Except stickers.
Yeah, because these are like peeling all over the place.
Yeah,
they're about to, which is sad. But this isn't that's. Yeah, I guess
get some repo labels for it.
I like keeping everything like original. That's why. Like everyone's like, why didn't you get the repro labels? Megazord.
I got some from my Shogun Megazord and I love it.
I didn't do it. I was like, I couldn't. I just can't. So I mean, $80. I'm gonna pull a Tiger Zord here and just wait for it to go down.
Yeah, I still really think the $80 price point for Falcon Zord on its own is really high. Yeah. I mean, they're not really advertising has sounds or anything like that, or any action features or anything like that. So I'm really hoping that goes down because that doesn't look like an $80 collector's item to me.
You know what? I'm gonna look up the pricing of the original Ninja Megazord because I remember this one Falcon Zord was $20 by itself.
Yeah, see, that makes sense.
Yeah, but like I want to see how in comparison. I think it's $35 for how much it is. Let's see. I'm trying to see. Green Ranger like mixed up his thing. Power Rangers toy guide. Right? How do I get to it? Oh, there. Show menu. I don't like how people do show menus, and like they're trying to hide it. So Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Ninja. So Ninja, it's a different one.
Oh, Green Ranger, the website.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, I was like, what are you talking about?
Ninja, so many ninjas. Ninja. Okay, so in comparison, Deluxe Movie Edition Ninja Megazord was $30. Compare that to...
So Falcon Zord by itself was $30, or the Ninja Megazord was $30?
What was it? Ninja Megazord was $30.
Okay.
I'm trying to look for Falcon Zord right now.
That was pretty cheap for a Megazord at the time, then.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this was $15. I'm sorry.
Okay.
The Falcon Zord, but still.
Yeah, that's still that price.
Super cheap.
That makes a lot more sense then.
Because like if you're comparing like Megazords now for $30, like this is a $30 Megazord if you think about it.
Well,
like
nowadays,
right
at the time though, when
this was
out,
$20,
$25 was around the price point they were looking at for Megazords.
But you're getting so much better quality compared. This is $16.99. This is $20. So you're getting a lot better quality than this.
Oh yeah, I mean at that point they were still just using the Japanese molds. Yeah, the economy was a lot different back then.
Yeah, so, inflation
and all that stuff, so they could get away with a lot more.
And I think they switched like factories where they make it and like.
Yeah, because they stopped using the Japanese molds. They started having to do their own thing, which is fine. But yeah, I mean that price point makes sense, especially because I got the power playback version when I did get it, and it had all 6 of them, and it was like $40, so that makes sense.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm just gonna wait for it because if it has lights, that's the only big thing I'm working for.
Yeah, I'm still not seeing Falcon Zord going for $80. I'm sorry, I don't know if like all the other stuff is just not selling up to Bandai's like
expectations.
But I mean, honestly, guys, that's not our fault. That's yours for making too much of this stuff.
Like we said before, like make a little bit less. Make it an actual like collector's
make a cap of how many items you're going to be making of this. Don't just make a bunch of this stuff and expect it to go off the shelves, because that's not...
Tiger Zord, for instance.
Yeah, Tiger Zord is just barely...
Black and Gold Legacy Megazord.
Black and Gold Legacy Megazord. You guys just threw that one out. You really thought a lot of people were going to get a repaint of something that already had a lot of flaws to begin with? No. I'm sorry. That's not how that works. You know, you guys gotta really think about what what you're doing before you just go ahead and throw stuff at us. I get that you want to appease collectors, but...
there's really no hype at all for Falcon Zord, to be honest. Like, little to none.
Yeah, everyone is less than underwhelmed by it. I mean, if anything, it just gives people... It makes people excited for the Ninja or Shogun Megazords, because it looks like they built Falcon Zord so it can combine with both. So, because it has little clips on the wings that looks like it could attach to a Shogun Zord, possibly. And, you know, I don't know how it would attach to a Ninja Megazord. I don't see any clips on the belly. So, I don't know. Maybe
that's what I thought, unless it's magnets or something.
Or maybe it's that little gold part. Maybe it has like a little clip in there or something.
Probably.
I don't know. But either way,
prototypes.
The Falcon Zord was just a really weird way to start off. Weird way to go into the Ninja.
Like, they literally threw crap out on the wall and just like...
Yeah, I don't know. It would make more sense to me to just go from Thunder to Ninja Megazord.
That's how you really build hype, too.
Yeah.
You start with the bigger pieces and then you work your way around.
You just... I mean, Falcon Zord... I mean, of course, you could have done it separately. I get it. Makes sense. You originally sold it like that. That's fine. But, you know, it would have made more sense to do Ninja Megazord first.
And honestly, at least the Tiger Zord was an actual Zord by itself. I mean, you can...
I said this last episode. Falcon Zord doesn't do anything by itself. It just
like literally, that's what it does on my...
That's what it does. The picture that we have, or whatever, this thing, that's all it does.
It just perches.
It perches, you know?
That's it.
It looks majestic.
I mean, it's probably like one of the nicest like looking Zords, for sure.
Yeah, it's cool, but, I mean, it doesn't do a lot.
Yeah.
So...
$80, no.
$80 is
$40, yes, sure.
Sure. If
put in like
put in some electronics and stuff, sure, that's fine.
I'll go for it.
Not $80. Sorry.
Okay, we gotta get off this. It's too depressing. But this is your realm, the keys. Talk about the keys, Sid.
Yes.
I remember you sent me a Snapchat about this, which was hilarious.
I did. I put that video on Instagram too. Apparently, someone did talk to a Bandai representative at New York Comic Con, and they did say that they are planning, or to quote them exactly, they said by this time next year, the Ranger Key line will be finished.
Quotations finished because so many people are like.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I want to mention this. Okay. Now, the people talking to Bandai, I question who was talking to them about that. Okay, because one of them brought a list, and on this list of Ranger keys that were missing included Rangers like SPD Gold Ranger, which was never in American footage at all. It had barely had a second of Japanese footage. SPD Orange Ranger, which wasn't even a real Ranger.
It literally happened for like 5 seconds.
Yeah, it was in a dream sequence. And what were the other ones that were weird?
I don't know, it was like a lot of Japanese stuff, and I was just like, really? You really want this? Like who?
Yeah, basically it was a lot of Japanese Ranger keys of, I mean, some of them made sense. I saw ones for the Spirit Rangers, which that makes sense. I mean, we got a Titanium Ranger key, you know. So I don't see why we can't.
You have that, don't you? The Titanium Ranger?
I do.
Yeah. That's only gone up in price, so.
Yeah. But yeah, what were the other ones?
I wish we found that.
Yeah, let me look it up real quick. Okay, all right. So I found the rest of those keys. Sorry about that. It was, another one was the Super Mega Force Christmas key, which is green and red hybrid.
Did they ever do an episode?
No, Super Mega Force didn't have a Christmas special. I will say this though, they did have Merry Christmas programmed into the Legendary Morpher. They have They have that sound programmed into it. So I can understand you want to trigger it, but the fact of the matter is, the Christmas Ranger or Go Get Christmas was not.
How do you trigger it, by the way?
people were just screwing with their.
So there's no official key to activate.
There is no official key to activate it.
They put the sound clip in there.
Yeah, they put a sound clip in there for that, and they put one for Happy Birthday.
Okay.
Yeah, really weird. Yeah, and it has like the gold anchor key, which makes sense. A lot of the females and stuff that are missing. Normal wolf key that isn't translucent. Yeah, I mean the rest all makes sense. You got Cat Ranger, Nova Ranger. Those make a little bit more sense because they actually at least did stuff. But yeah, to have Gold Ranger, SPD Gold and Orange and freaking the Christmas key is honestly that's silly to
stop.
No, I mean come on guys. We're at this point we're just trying to get. We just want to get the Rangers that actually exist.
That's what makes me upset about the fandom is that they want stuff that like doesn't exist really in the Ranger universe.
Yeah.
Or like stuff that like no one would buy or like unless you're a really hardcore fan. And I'm just like, this isn't for you. This is for really kids.
I mean,
there's no point. If you want that, that's a legacy item, really.
If you want that, that's a Sentai thing.
Yeah, or make
Sentai
your own.
has made all the Ranger keys. They're making freaking SPD Gold Ranger. Okay, they're not making an Orange Ranger, but whatever. Just take a in space key, throw it on a Decker Ranger key, and paint it. I don't know.
Granted, it doesn't fit or work with the American Morpher, but I mean that's not our fault.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
again, it's triggered for the American market. It's not for the Japanese market.
Yeah, but I mean, at this point,
we ask for too much, and that's what makes me upset with the fandom. Is we ask too much.
I mean, I'm okay. I just want complete teams.
Yeah, I mean, at least we're getting that.
Yeah,
quote unquote. At least we're getting it.
Yeah.
There's no real confirmation that we're getting. I want to see prototypes and like.
Well, I mean, that's the thing that bothers me is a lot of the prototype keys that we initially saw when Ranger keys were first getting out. Those are the ones that are missing. Yeah,
the ones that were like hung up on the walls.
Yeah,
and, like
it was Lost Galaxy Pink, RPM Black, Wild Force White. Yeah, we never got those.
I can't believe.
And those were prototypes.
Like they have the mold. It's like why?
Yeah, so,
just put it out. People will actually buy it.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't get what happened. I'm sure there's interviews on there. So if you guys want to find out what Bandai's quote unquote reasoning behind the whole debacle was, I'm sure you can just look up New York Comic Con interview, and you'll get an answer.
Like really, it's on Henshin Grid has it. Was it Henshin Grid?
Yeah, Henshin Grid, Ranger Talk. A lot of people.
Yeah, I mean it's not that hard to find if you really follow like the Ranger universe and stuff. It's all there.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of keys, Willie gave me the Morpher, the Super Mega Force Morpher, and now I'm just like, I have like a lot. I have like 5 packs that I didn't open yet because I just bought them for like nostalgia's sake, and like they're my favorite like key packs. So I don't know if I should open them or not, or just wait until the keys go on sale at Target because they're still like $9.29 and freaking
at Target. Yeah, they're still like $9.
I'm just like. I'll probably just buy it like garage sales. Oh, I should went to garage sales. Do they have garage sales still in like October?
Yeah, there's garage
sales. We should go to flea
year.
markets. We haven't gone to a flea market in a while. We'll do that because they're gonna be relatively cheap. I just want loose ones so I can mess with the Morpher. So thank you, Will, for that.
Yeah.
And I'm addicted to keys, so I'm hoping that I don't buy like every single one and be like, I need keys. So I don't want to do that, but
yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun little thing. I know the Mobirai is, in my opinion, it's better, but I mean, it's fun for what it is and the price point.
Yeah, I mean, when you really think about it, we complain so much about what happened with the Ranger key line here.
Yeah.
But I mean, you got to give props to Bandai America
for actually trying to bring it out.
That and they released all their keys at retail. Meanwhile, in Japan,
they do exclusives.
They did
exclusives. They sell it with
they did Gashapon only releases.
They sell them with freaking shirts for boys, and then that's the only way you can get them.
Yeah, so I mean,
drawings.
Japan's way of getting complete sets of Ranger key was a lot more complicated than it was here in America. Here in America, we at least tried to make all of them available at retail. The only one that was exclusive was Titanium Ranger.
And was Wolf Ranger wasn't because
he got a translucent version.
But I mean, still.
But I mean, really, when you really think about it, about 100 Rangers, and then only one of them is an exclusive. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. So thank you, Bandai, for that.
Yeah. So I mean, props to you guys for doing what you guys did. It's just it kind of. I don't know what...
They took a huge risk, honestly, because Granted, there is a lot of keys that aren't selling there are keys still on shelves, but most of them are bought, and like you don't see a lot of packs anymore.
Yeah. I mean, the place you see them the most is probably at like Targets or Walmarts.
Yeah.
And even then, it's only like a few packs.
It's like 3 or 4.
Yeah,
and
it's
you're just
not
like,
a lot.
wow.
They're not a lot left over. So
the Target we went to yesterday only had the original packs.
Yeah, it had like the initial wave of Ranger keys, which was
surprising.
Crazy.
I was like, okay.
And it was just sitting there.
I might. Which keys did you give me?
I think I just gave you Mighty Morphin and Super Mega Force.
So I might buy the rest of the Mega Force packs. So I don't know. We'll see. I think I bought a Mega. I'll have to go through my Minton package like box storage unit thing tonight. See what I have. Because I might open it. I don't know. We'll see. Speaking of Toys R Us, no, we didn't. No, we went. Well, yesterday we went to Toys R Us. A video will be coming out in 2 weeks. I won't tell you what I got, but there's a lot of stuff that has been there. So we went hunting. I went hunting. We'll get to the promos later, but the stuff that we did find these things, but there's. The new Zords are out. You can talk about this because you're.
Well, they're not really out. We just saw pictures of them.
I thought. Don't people have them?
No.
Oh, the Ammonite
These are Super Drive Zords.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've seen this yet.
No,
I remember we were looking for the Ammonite Zords.
Yeah, these were. I don't know if I told you about this.
No, you didn't. That's why I'm confused about it.
Sorry.
That's why I'm like, wow.
Yeah, we had some images pop up. They were off this Chinese auction site. It's called Taobao. And they had pictures of the Dinosuchus Zord and Ankylo Zord, or Ankylo Zord, with the way these people pronounce it. Also featured on the website was a repainted Ammonite Zord and a repainted Packy Zord.
Can you send me these later?
Yeah, it's on token mission.
Okay. I'll do this while you are talking.
Yeah. So yeah, there was a Packy Zord was purple and Ammonite was a different color. It was blue. So
because it was like an Ammonite, I remember.
Yeah.
I think that's the only one I saw because someone was making fun of it. It's like Praise Helix fossil or something. I was like, wow, that's so freaking hilarious.
Yeah, so it's cool. It's gonna be released in the Super Drive line. We got another American exclusive Zord with the Dinosuchus Zord, which is pretty cool. It's a little alligator type thing, which uses the Dino Armor X charger, actually. So that's cool.
Especially talking about Taobao, wasn't that the same site that showed the most recent? Oh, they're doing the repackaging of the 2010 Mighty Morphin packs, the Zords, the Zord builder parts.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I know it was like some auction site. Yeah.
No, it's Taobao. Yeah, I'm on it right now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, they also had a Dino Charge Dino Charge and Terra Charge Megazord 2-pack on there as well.
Really?
So, yeah. Which is not surprising. They do repackages like that every year. So that will probably be out when Super Drive comes out. So that's cool. Dinosuchus Zord looks really cool. I'm really excited about that one and Ammonite Zord. I still have not seen the regular Ammonite Zord.
Yeah, we still have. That's so weird, especially for California.
I saw the Packy Zord once and didn't have money, so I didn't get it.
Where was it at?
It was at the Chino Hills Toys R Us.
Oh, the one. Oh, that place is always good for.
Yeah, it was just one on the shelf. So
I mean, in our area, there's a lot of.
Yeah, they're at least getting the cases of them at least. So
it's good to see that they're coming out.
Yeah, but I mean, they look cool. That's pretty much all we can say at this point. It's just packaging shots. Yeah,
I still haven't come across it, but I mean,
yeah, I'm just excited for American exclusive Zords. Just because.
Take that, Japan.
Yeah. We make toys out of things you guys didn't even make toys out of.
And Zord Builder parts.
Zord Builder everything.
I was playing with the Zord Builder last night for some reason. We won't say what reason it was, but the Zord Builder parts are actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's stupid. And like for Zord Builder parts to start in 2010 and still be around today is actually pretty impressive.
Oh, yeah.
And having a concept in like the legacy items, very impressive.
Yeah, right.
And having fun with them as a 23-year-old. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I got bored a couple weeks back, and so it was when I was still watching Megaforce. And so I was like, you know what? They have all these Zords. Let's see if we can put them all together.
Yeah.
And so I got all the Super Megaforce Zords. I got all the Megaforce Zords, and I just tried combining them all into one thing. And I did an okay job at it. I made like half of them into a cannon, and the rest were like this giant cluster robot thing. So yeah, it was fun. Zord Builder is fun.
Like I feel like if I buy more Zords, I'll be like, oh god, what am I doing with my life? Why is this happening?
So
because I still have it, my Legacy Ultra Sword. I had to fix it last night because I rearranged my Legacy shelf.
yeah, and it fell over every time you moved something.
I don't want to talk about it. Now I don't want to talk about it. But like literally, that's all that happened. I'm just like I want to put Dragon Zord on my thingy, but like it won't work because if I take Dragon Zord off, then I have to rebuild it, and my shoulders are gonna hurt. The way my body works is gonna take 3 business days for it. It was just like a big mess, and I was just like, oh, I don't. Okay, I'll just leave it. I don't want to touch it. But I don't.
Yeah.
That Megazord is just that's a nightmare in itself.
Yeah.
We also found the Green Ranger mix. What's the official name of it? Is it Mix and Morph? Is it what it's called?
Yeah, it's Mix
with
and
the
Morph.
double X.
Yep.
Okay. It looks pretty cool, but like the green was like off.
Yeah, it was like a teal.
Yeah.
For Green Ranger, they have like a teal for it. It's really
But
weird.
I mean, to be honest, like we got a black Tiger Zord, so.
Yeah, I mean they're doing repaints.
Yeah,
and stuff,
doing
so.
weird things with that line, but it looks cool. I mean, that's available if you're into that set or.
Yeah,
like
I mean, I grabbed 2 of them. I got the T-Rex Zord, the T-Rex Ranger Zord, the gray edition or black edition, whatever you want to call it, and then I got the Green Ranger colored Tiger Zord Ranger.
Oh, that's what I meant.
Zord thing. So, and those are cool. So I'll probably get like blue Dino Charge and some other stuff. It's a cool line. It's just
it's an interesting line.
It's an interesting line. A lot of toy lines do it. You know, it's like the Hero
It's a
Mashers.
new thing now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at least we're not getting cell phone Rangers from Mighty Morphin 2010.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, or like RPM where they went into tires or something. That was a weird.
Yeah. That was a thing.
Well, we won't talk about those things. But also available were the Gold Zord and Gold and Graphite Zord Armor Rangers. I think is that what they're called? Zord
No,
Armor?
it was just the Gold Ranger had his Zord armor, and then they had Dino Cycles for Gold and Graphite.
Oh, that's what it was. I'm sorry. I don't remember yesterday because I was too excited for this one thing that you'll see in 2 weeks ago and 2 weeks from now. So.
Yeah, so we found the Gold Zord armor. It was the first time I'd seen it in person, and it looks really cool.
It looks BA.
Yeah, I think it's just because the color choices.
Yeah, it was like
they just
blue,
popped a lot
red,
more.
and like gold and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like,
so
wow.
the colors on it definitely pop a lot more than black and red Rangers did.
I would get that more than any other ones.
Yeah, I got the Black Ranger one, and that one's okay, but I'll probably get that one eventually.
I think that's it for the new stuff that we saw. There wasn't anything else really.
Yeah, everything else is pretty much.
Yeah, those.
Yeah, we basically were just trying to get the Ninja Megazord Charger while we were there.
Yeah, that's what the promo right now is. There's a lot of promos at Toys R Us, which is great.
Yeah, there was a lot.
So if you buy $20 or more, I think it is.
Yes.
You get the San Diego Comic-Con repackaged Charger, the movie. Is it
Repackaged. It's not repackaged.
Is it just like the same exact one?
Well, it's the same thing. It's basically the same concept they did for San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
They just did it with a Ninja Megazord.
I thought they someone said it on the group thing. They repackaged it or something. That's why I don't.
They use the same type of packaging they use for individual chargers.
So I was just like, yeah, it's cool. Like the silver one is really cool, but I got mine because I spent more than $20. Will did not.
Yeah.
The first one, okay, so I bought something, I got my charger, and we're like, all right, maybe we'll go to Upland and see if you can get one.
Yeah, we'll go to a different one. I wasn't that worried because the one we were going to, they typically have those promo items, and it's no problem. But then we went there, and the girl was not very interested in being helpful. So I think she had gotten it confused because a couple weeks prior, they were running another Dino Charger promo where you spend like $30 or more and you get a Dino Charger 2-pack, one of the retail packs. And I think she might have been confusing it with that.
Because I think it was that as well. She's like, if it's not on the shelf, we're getting some more.
Yeah, she said they were getting more on Wednesday, and that's the day that store receives their shipment. I'm like, all right, well, you're not going to get a promo item on your after the promo is
The way
over.
that Toys R Us works, you get a promo item on just like one shipment. And that's
exactly. That's what I thought.
Get more.
Yeah. So, I think she was just confused. So basically we ended up going back to the same Toys R Us where Chris spent all that money. and got his charger.
Mhm.
And then I asked them about it, if I could just purchase the charger individually. She asked her manager said no, you had to spend
Wait
money.
2 weeks.
And then we went on the Facebook group, and someone was able to buy it from their
People
Toys R
bought
Us.
like 4 of them. I'm just like, really?
Yeah, so I mean,
You gotta sweet talk your way.
yeah,
into
it's one of
anything.
those things where it's gonna vary depending on the type of employee that you talk to.
Yeah.
And also depending on how that store is managed.
Mhm.
So some people are more flexible than others. It really just depends. So I mean, I'm just gonna go. I get paid this week, so I'm probably just gonna go on Friday, spend the $30 because I'm not worried about them running out of Ninja Megazord chargers.
She had a whole like bag of them.
Yeah, the
So-
Dino Megazord chargers were there for weeks after the promo was over, so I'm not worried about it. So I'll just go on Friday and spend money and get the free charger.
I wish, I feel like they should make a Thunder Megazord because I like them both.
Yeah, it was weird that they went
Went
right
from-
from Dino to Ninja, but I think it was because
This is a
all the
movie.
New York Comic Con
Yeah.
stuff was movie stuff,
Mhm. So,
which
yeah.
we should probably talk about.
Wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more.
If you spend more than I think like some amount of money, you get $5 off. A Power Rangers, you have to pay. I don't know, but you get $5 off at Toys R Us, and then Tiger Zord is now on sale for $50.
Yeah.
I wish I could get a Tiger Zord right now, but it's super expensive still for me. It's $50 right now, and if you get it, it's another $5 off.
Yeah.
So that's a great deal if you're looking for a Tiger Zord.
Now is the
now
time
is
to get
definitely
it.
the time. I wish though that the Black and Gold Megazord was going to be at that price because maybe I
Oh, it
consider
will.
from that.
It will eventually.
Eventually, when they try to sell it off as something else, I don't know.
Yeah, at this point they're just trying to get rid of the stock.
There's a lot of Tiger Zords.
Yeah, a lot of Tiger Zords, a lot of Sabas left over. If you have not yet bought one, now is the time
No.
to start getting them because pretty soon they're going to be gone.
I'm gonna wait for another month for Saba.
Yeah.
I know Big Bad Toy Store should still have them, or Entertainment Earth, either one.
Mhm.
But we found them in our local comic book shop.
Yeah, we
so,
did.
But there was like 105.
It was 104, so typical retail.
Yeah,
as
so it
everyone
wasn't.
else.
I'm not too hesitant on buying one. So.
Yeah.
I think that's it for Toys R Us. A lot of things going on over there. I would definitely, if you have like coupons with your rewards, or if you have gift cards, and you're waiting for a good time, now is definitely a good time.
To get Tiger Zord.
Yeah, and with the new stuff coming out, you can someone found that new villains at one Toys R Us.
Yeah, the new Dino Charge villains. You got
Wave
Spellbinder, Sledge, and
Yeah.
all the other guys. So that's cool. Like the day it was funny. The day I found Curio was like the last one I needed in the initial 5 villains.
And I tweeted you, I'm like, so this happened.
Yeah, like literally when I got home from Walmart after picking up Curio, Chris sends me a link to Morphin Legacy posting a picture of the next
We both
5.
flipped tables, and like I don't even collect. I was just like, really.
It's like it never ends.
But at least we found yours for cheap, so
Yeah. So I mean that's cool.
that's fine with me. Moving on from Toys R Us, New York Comic Con is happening right at this moment.
Yeah,
actually,
it's winding down, but yeah.
So I pulled up the Toku Nation's like exclusives, whatever.
Mhm.
I didn't know that they were doing a Legacy Morpher reissue.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Okay, I mean, if you don't have one, probably is a good time to get that.
Yeah, I guess, but like they didn't advertise it having anything different.
No, I'm trying
and it's weird to me because everything else that they are releasing there is movie related, so I don't know why
they should have done the White Ranger.
Or I don't know why they just wanted to put in Ninja coins and called it a New York Comic Con exclusive.
I don't know, but that would definitely like drive up the price. That would be like a $300 thing. Right off the bat.
So I don't know.
It's like one of those gold 24 karat type of things.
Yeah.
That I still kind of want. But what else? So they have this limited re-release. Mind you, there's been 3 waves of the Legacy Power Morpher, the original one. I have the first one. The second one was like short run, and then they made the third one, which is like the final version, which was like you long press a button and then you can release it and it still plays a song. I think this is the third version.
Didn't they fix that after the initial wave?
What?
The button thing?
Yeah, that was the third one. That was the wave 3. The first one was you have to hold it. For
I thought the second shipment fixed that.
It was like a combination of both, I think.
It was like a transition period,
Yeah,
right?
it was like, because I remember for a month it was wave 2, and then wave 3, someone was like, what the hell is going on?
I know I have the first version where I have to hold it in order to get the theme song. Yeah.
It's kind of BS, but whatever.
Yeah, and then especially later because the Green and White Ranger version,
They're both like that.
It already had that.
Yeah.
So
whatever.
yeah, but whatever.
Thanks, Bandai. You know, it's not like I have to buy another Megazord to fix something you messed up for an Ultra Zord. Anyways, another thing that's come out is a Tokyo Vinyl Mighty Morphin White Ranger New York Comic Con exclusive, which no one really cares for, but they're still going to be priced at like $50 after the fact, because it's White Ranger and New York Comic Con.
And White Ranger is the coolest of all.
But I do like the white pearl finish on it, so
yeah.
I mean, if it was like $2 at a like garage sale, I would definitely buy it. And the last thing, which is kind of cool, I thought it was a really interesting move on their part, but I mean, to go with the movie stuff they're releasing is, and the upcoming movie, they're releasing the new Charger packs, which are Mighty Morphin, Dino Charger, Limited Edition, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie. It comes with a really nice Charger box, you know, the one that you got at
It's basically the same thing from San Diego, just done in a movie style.
I like it. I like the silver on the movie Charger. It's really nice, and it goes well with the gold ones that, you know, came out with the that's the one that came out at San Diego Comic. Was gold? Was it gold or was it silver?
What, the Chargers? They were gold. Yeah.
So I mean, it's nice. I'll have pictures, or pictures should be up now. I don't know what the pictures on the Chargers are.
I know it's like the stock photo of the movie suits, and then it'll probably be like their Ninja Zord or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Again, I'm not really tempted at this point to buy it, because it'd be probably like $100 to buy it. Morpher reissue is $60. MMPR Dino Charger 6-pack is $30. And Tokyo Vinyl White Ranger is $25. So something to consider when you're paying aftermarket fees and the fees to actually, you know, proxy fees, if you know someone that's actually going to NYCC. So there is New York Comic Con. We are we are an hour in, and we're still like 2 subjects away from finishing. Yeah. Which is good, because there was a lot of things to talk about. There was a lot of stuff happening. I mean, right after the podcast, like after like posting it and editing it, there was just like a bunch of news that just come out, and I was just like, whatever, I don't care. We'll just deal with it this week. Yeah. But that's it for Twin Ranger merchandise. Yeah. So we'll go into movie news. Naomi Scott, I did a video on this, like a really short video. Naomi Scott as Pink Ranger.
In case you guys didn't know, Naomi Scott is the Pink Ranger.
On that same Facebook page.
On that same Facebook page.
She was like...
basically every social media, you know? But yeah, so Naomi Scott has been cast as the Pink Ranger, which is an interesting wording, because that's the wording they used. They didn't say Kimberly. Yeah. They said Pink Ranger for this movie. And that's something interesting that we're going to talk about all this movie business. Okay, so if for background information, I don't know who she is, to be honest, when I first heard it. Yeah. I'm not into the whole Disney, Nickelodeon. Yeah, apparently she was like on a Disney Channel original movie. She was on Lemonade Mouth, which I've heard of because my little cousins always talked about it all the time, and it was huge. I think Lemonade Mouth with Demi Lovato in it? No, I think that was like right after her era. Yeah, Disney Channel. So for those that are wondering, that are creepy, she's from London. Her birthday is May 6, 1993, or 6th of May, 1993. 93? Yeah, she's younger than us. She's 5'6". She is married already. Nice. Jordan Spence is her she married a soccer player, a footballer, if you're outside of America. Yeah. So, interesting, Scott was born in London, England. Her mother, Usha Scott, is of Indian descent from Uganda. Her father is British. Her father serves as senior pastor of a church in Redbridge. And she's done missionary work and outreach work, so cool. Kudos to her. That's a lot. Actually, what's funny about the Wikipedia page is it says that she is Kimberly Ann Hart, Pink Ranger, but again, it's Wikipedia, so anyone can anyone can go in there and say whatever they want. Go ahead. No, go ahead. Her filmography is Modern Love, Our Lady of Lords, Hello Again, The 33, and The Martian. Yeah. As Ryoko. Her television roles were Life Bites as a main role, Lemonade Mouth as Mo from a TV film. Of course, we just said that. Terra Nova is... Yeah, I was going to mention that. That was the same show that Ika Darville from RPM was on. Oh, yes. Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She was a main role in that for 2011 By Any Means, which is 2013, as Vanessa Velasquez for one episode, which was episode 3. Other than that, she also sings, and that's pretty much all I have.
Yeah, she has a couple
her.
videos on YouTube. She has a pretty solid voice.
Okay.
You've
seen her act. How is she?
I haven't seen her act. I just saw a couple videos of her music on YouTube. But I mean, it's hard to gauge someone's acting. I mean, from the general reaction is that people really enjoyed her as her characters. So I mean, we'll just have to see. I'll probably try and watch, of course, some of the stuff she was in, just to get an idea. But really, just depends on. Honestly, stuff like that just kind of depends on the direction of the studio is going with, and how they write the character. Because I mean, Megaforce and Samurai are good examples of characters having potential, but they are not written to their potential.
Yes.
So.
And then Dinosaur is the complete opposite at this point right now.
Fairly.
Yeah. But I will say that she looks great for a Pink Power Ranger. It's
it's definitely cool. I don't think
thing.
we've ever had an Indian. Anybody of Indian descent as a ranger, so that's cool.
Especially as a major motion picture.
Mm-hmm. So that's cool. Breaking more boundaries. I'm glad that they are not sticking to racial stereotypes for the characters. They're really looking at just finding people that can play the character they want to portray.
Yes.
So
I think finding the best ones that will fit the character.
Yeah. So I think that's really cool that they're not letting racial stereotypes, muddy that up.
Yeah. The only thing I do wish is we finally get an Asian actor as a Red Ranger.
Yeah. That's been a while coming.
And as an Asian American, you're just can we just have it, or is it just Sentai already gets enough credit for having Asians because we don't want that. And I'm just come on, let's Goku. People you look up to as an Asian American, like Goku, Asian.
Yeah.
But when it's I don't want to say whitewashing, but they really do look for people that they can. The general synopsis or general audience they connect to is usually white.
Yeah, I mean, mostly the demographic for Red Rangers has usually been a white, blonde-haired male. I mean, there's a handful of Latin Americans. You got the Pacific Island. The closest is Pua Magasiva
from Ninja Storm.
From Ninja Storm that we've gotten to an Asian American. That's all I'm really hoping to at least one day. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they'll do something with that for the Ninja season or something like that. They'll need people of actual Asian descent. Chris,
I have to get my agent.
Yeah. So we'll see.
For those wondering, I really don't have an agent. I have little to no acting experience at all. The last time I acted was in high school, and I was a background singer. But I'm excited for this.
Yeah.
As Naomi Scott, I really wish they did do the whole panel at New York Comic Con, they released the whole panel, but we do have a whiles away.
I think they are literally still casting them.
Yeah, because I feel like she didn't know that she got casted.
Yeah, she didn't even know.
She was like, "What? This is not real." And I'm enjoying this right now. Seeing.
Yeah, so they're at the finishing stages of casting. So Naomi Scott was literally the first one they cast. So we still have 4 more people, and I believe for what some articles were saying is that they're looking for people with experience for by the character synopsis. Jason, Zach, and Kimberly. They're looking for people who have had experience before. And then Billy and Trini, or Blue and Yellow Rangers, are going to be no names.
Yeah.
So whoever they cast for Blue and Yellow,
they're pulling a Star Wars.
Yeah, we're gonna never. You probably would never have seen them before.
It's not me, by the way.
It's not Chris, by the way.
I would definitely let you guys know.
Yeah. I mean, it would make sense though. The Asian guy is a Blue Ranger. That's not uncommon.
Yeah. Yoshi. But we'll talk about Yoshi in a minute. So,
yeah.
But we were talking about this about 2 nights ago. They finally kind of had I don't know if it was
none of this is confirmed.
Yeah, so that's why
everything we're saying right now, take it with a boulder of salt.
Yeah, it's just maybe.
This could be a possibility, but do not get your hopes up. But it does open a whole new door of possibilities for what they're doing with this movie.
I kind of enjoy I
enjoy it as well. So why don't you go ahead and...
I was going to say, you can take it.
Are you sure?
You're really excited for this.
Okay. So basically, we got an interview. I believe this was with one of the writers. Was it with one? It was with one of the writers of the movie that's doing the initial screenwriting for it, and they pitched an idea of like an opening scene. Was that what it was?
I think yeah.
Yeah, it was like an opening scene, basically. And basically the idea was that the end of Dino Charge is supposed to tie in to the beginning of this movie. And it's going to feature a return of
Jason David Frank.
And he's going to be the ultimate evil that the Power Rangers must stop.
And he will be coming down from the heavens via Dragonzord's tail and swing off from it and say, "Here are your powers. Use them wisely."
Yeah.
And say, "This is my morphin life."
Yeah.
No, but really don't.
But really, what the actual story was, apparently they're saying Scorpina, of all people, will come back and be kind of like the main bad guy, I guess, for like this opening battle. Because it's kind of like, I don't know what it was. It was just like a battle with the Dino Charge Rangers or something like that.
Probably.
Or it was something where I can't remember the dang thing.
I'm gonna go on the Facebook group because there's probably 30 of them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look up Scorpina in the group. No, wow, I couldn't find it.
Really?
Yeah, it was weird. I looked up Scorpina. I was like, nope. By the way, we are 1 minute, an hour in, which is good. Where is it?
Seriously, it was like
That's probably
20 of them.
Ranger board.
Oh, yeah, probably should have gone there first.
Yeah, I was like, Ranger discussion, True Black, movie speculation thread. Two names gone.
Speculation thread 3. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know, right?
There's so much stuff.
Let me see. Search this thread. Okay, you know what? Just look up Scorpina Power Rangers movie on Google.
Yeah.
It was a director.
Something like that.
No, it was the director.
It was
Dean.
Oh yeah, it's Dean Israelite.
What a last name.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, huge battle scene.
Yeah. Okay, so we're fine.
Yep, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, so basically, it was the director, Dean Israelite, that they interviewed about this. And basically, the movie takes place after Dino Charge, and so that means it'll connect, the movie will be connected to the current PR universe.
Which I'm so excited for.
Yeah, which is interesting. And so they're not going to use Rita or Lord Zed because, as we all know, Rita and Lord Zed don't exist anymore. They were purified by Zordon's wave, and so they do not exist anymore. So they decided to go with Scorpina, and the way they're kind of justifying that is maybe she was like far away or something when Zordon's wave happened. Which makes sense considering not all the evil in the universe was gone after Zordon, was killed. So I guess that makes sense. So she kind of like escaped and she got out of range or something like that.
Wait, I'm still kind of, how does that happen?
I mean, if you really think about it, Planet Onyx still had a lot of villains on it.
That's true.
Even after in space. But that's a whole lot of other behind the scenes stuff that is why that happened. But yeah, so basically Scorpina will be the main bad that will go against the new Rangers.
I feel like if you're like a true Power Rangers fan, you would know who that is, and people are like, oh, I just remember Mighty Morphin from Green Ranger, and like they will like, who's Scorpina? I'd be like,
yeah, I think some people will remember Scorpina,
But it's
in the grand scheme of things, Scorpino was only in a handful of episodes.
Yeah, she was. Unlike Sentai footage where she like literally married Goldar and had a kid.
Yeah, she was there like
all the time.
All the time. But yeah, it is an interesting choice. It's definitely a direction I didn't think.
It's an interesting direction that we're okay with.
Yeah, it's like I'm okay with it if they can pull it off, you know.
But it could go so wrong.
I was just not expecting it because, again, I say this, none of this is confirmed, but if it is to be true, it's definitely an interesting angle to go in, especially for a major motion picture. To have it still tied in with everything is kind of... That can go bad really quick.
Yeah.
And then you're also tying it to Dino Charge, but I feel like you would want to promote Dino Charge a whole lot more and get some real big exposure for Dino Charge, so that way it could lead up into the movie.
Question. So if it ends with Dino Charge, right? I mean, it starts with Dino Charge because it's Dino Charge into Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Whatever Sentai we're getting, do you think it would be at the end of it to introduce it? That'd be really good production. I mean, like to like
yeah, that's another thing. Like if that's true, like what happens? Because I mean, regardless of what is going on with the movie, the series is going to continue.
Yeah. No, we're getting Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 2017, and a whole new Mighty Morphin Power Rangers line again.
No.
Yeah, that's how we're.
I mean, that's the thing that is kind of like, it's been kind of weird about this whole movie. They've really haven't said directly that it's going to be Mighty Morphin. They've never said that. They've always just said it's a Power Ranger movie, and then they're using like Naomi Scott's little reveal thing on the PR movie Instagram. It just says Pink Ranger. It does not say Kimberly. So that leads people in a direction that it might not be a whole reboot of Mighty Morphin. That they might be going a different direction with it, and that's cool, but that's really risky.
It really is.
Because I think that's kind of been the expectation of the fandom right away, is that this was going to be kind of like the Transformers, Ninja Turtles type reboot, where it just tells the original story over again and retells it in a different way.
Even Instagram's very like, it doesn't tell you much. It's Power Rangers movie. For those who want to go on their Instagram, it's at Power Rangers movie, all one word. It's the bolt, and that's it.
Yeah,
it's super ominous, and you're just like, you don't get anything off of it, and it's great.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Imagine it's like a completely new concept. I'd be like, wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's at this point it is just so hard to tell what Lionsgate and Saban are going to be doing with this movie, and that honestly makes it really exciting.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean, it makes it really exciting to talk about because I mean, you know, it could be something totally new. I mean, it's gonna be something totally new regardless.
Yeah.
A totally different thing that the series and the franchise in general has never tried before.
Imagine it's like we get Tokyo Grid into this.
Imagination, yes.
How amazing would that be? They just throw us a complete curveball.
Oh my gosh. They just make the Tokyogers, the movie Rangers.
I'd be like,
forever.
Interesting move. Let's see how this plays out.
But in all seriousness though, I mean, it's an interesting idea, what we were hearing for Scorpina and stuff. Again, not confirmed or anything like that. We still have a while. Again, we are just barely hitting
It's not even end of 2015 yet. We still have one more year.
Yeah.
And usually in production it takes 5 to 6 months, and then post is another 5 to 6 months, and then for all we care and we know, casting could be done in February and they can get it done. I'm gonna be patient. I want to have a really good Power Rangers movie, the Power Rangers movie that it deserves for the fandom.
Yeah, and I mean that shows a lot. I mean they're taking their time.
Yeah,
you know,
they're not just like throwing names out there.
I mean, when did they announce the movie? Morphicon last year. So I mean, that's like a 3-year process. Yeah, I mean they're taking their time with this, guys, and I mean that's what's important. They're taking their time because they want to do it right.
And I think the fandom needs it because it's always been declining. But like you see numbers, and when we met Yoshi, he really did say that they're losing a lot of money and they have to have grants from Australia, or is it New Zealand? I'm sorry, to fund the show, and it's sad because it's a great show. Diamond Shores is a great show in my opinion. Yeah. There's some people that don't enjoy it, but it's them. But it's on a decline, and they really do need help. And the only way they can really do this is a huge.
Yeah, so I think Saban is really banking on this movie doing well, which is why he is having them take so long with it, because he wants. I think it's just a lot is riding on its success.
And I hate fans that will jump on Saban and be like, you need to announce everything now. You need to have your crap together and just do it now because we want it now. No, it's not how life works.
That's not how that works. I mean,
you saw how Fantastic Four played out. Yeah. You have all these big name actors and actresses, and it just becomes a really crap movie because they picked a director that they thought would work for that, but it didn't in the long haul. Because I think they rushed Fantastic Four, in my opinion.
The new one or the old one?
Oh, both of them.
Both of them, yeah.
Let's just say that. So, I mean, for them to take a time, and you're just like, all right, we're not in any hurry. 2017 is 2017.
Yeah,
we're not going to move it.
They haven't given up on it, you guys. I mean, we now have casting for it. So, I mean, that says a lot.
At least they're progressing. At least we're seeing progression.
There's progress being made as far as what is going on with this.
Yes.
So, it's definitely going to be exciting to see what happens.
One thing I will say, though, is for those people that say JDF needs to return in Power Rangers 20...
Okay, he does not need to be anywhere near this movie.
I'm done. I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I can't. That's how I literally feel about...
Yeah, okay, well, here's the thing. Okay. Here's the thing. And you know what? If you like JDF, that's totally fine. Yeah. But here's why I do not...
It's probably the same reason why I don't.
Yeah. He is just arrogant and pompous and thinks the whole franchise revolves around him.
Which it doesn't.
Which you might not think so, and you also might be that type of person that has a picture with him as your Facebook profile picture, but I'm just laying down some truth. The guy thinks this franchise revolves around him when, as a matter of fact, it does not, okay? That's not what Power Rangers is about, okay? When Naomi Scott was revealed this week, it was actually Amy Jo Johnson's birthday, I think.
It was the day after.
It was the day after.
I put Illuminati. I tweeted.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, the day after Naomi Scott was revealed, it was Amy Jo Johnson's birthday. And then I think that very same day, Amy Jo found out about it. And she even tweeted at Naomi Scott telling her, congrats, I know you'll do the best that you can. And I'm sure you guys will do something great. And that, that's really cool to hear from, basically the person, depending on the direction they're going with this movie, that you're replacing, or the new, bringing the character to a new life. And the JDF shares the freaking...
I didn't see this
the casting. Okay, well, I saw it, okay? And he's like, all right, congratulations. Now who's going to be the Green Ranger? And I was just like, Green Ranger's not going to be in this movie.
I'm really hoping he's not.
No, he's not. He's not. They're going to focus on the original 5 in this movie. God. If it is a reboot, they're going to focus on the original 5. Green Ranger is like a freaking...
Green Candle thing.
No, he's like a freaking sequel or whatever. But, I mean, it's just... He has to make every single thing in this franchise about him.
It's not.
It's not, okay?
He's had his time, and he's had more than...
He's had his time, and he's been milking it for years.
He's still milking it.
He's still milking it. It's amazing. I'm amazed that a person like that can still be so popular. And
people still look up to him.
Yeah, and still look up to him.
Honestly,
even
if I had a kid, I wouldn't...
No, I mean, when in the grand scheme of things, when you really look at the guy, he's just a shitty person.
He shows off way too much. He's like, I'm this. I'm like, I don't care. Like, you look at Austin St. John, equally, if not as popular as him. Granted, he wasn't the Green Ranger, and honestly, the people that do like the Green Ranger is because he was like, because he was evil at first. But then you look at it, he lost his powers to a freaking
That was a 5-episode arc, 2 of which were filler episodes.
Yeah.
Of them just standing in the command center. It's not that great of a story.
Yeah, it's
really... it really isn't. You guys that say all that crap, when's the last time you actually watched Mighty Morphin? Like, literally, when was the last time you actually watched this stuff? Okay, I gotta tell you, I've seen it a couple times since it aired. Impressive. It's not that freaking good. Okay?
But they made VHSs about them.
Yeah, exactly. It's on Netflix, so if you have Netflix, I want you to go through and I want you to watch it, okay? You can watch the pilot, and then you could skip all the way to Green with Evil, because I promise you, none of the episodes in between that mattered, okay? Because it was literally just Monster of the Day BS, okay? And that's, like, the whole story of MMPR. That's it, okay? And then you can skip to Doomsday, and then you can skip to friggin' when the Lord Zed shows up.
Oh, yeah.
The Mutiny. I mean, there's whole episodes that you can skip without missing a beat of the story. Because
character progression doesn't happen.
Yeah, MMPR doesn't have that type of story, and it really bothers me that people still think that these characters are that great, and they are not. They're not.
And they're very stale, typical.
Tommy was on 5 different shows.
Yeah.
And he still is not that great of a character. We still had characters in one season gain more character progression than Tommy did, you know, and that's
obviously it shows now that character progression. So.
Yeah, so it just bothers me, you know, and I don't understand why people are just so quick to put the guy on a pedestal. Because he's not that great of a person. He really is.
I look up to Austin St. John more than JDF.
Yeah, well, because Austin St. John has actually done other things with his life.
Yeah.
You know, Austin St. John, he was
a medic.
Yeah, you know,
he comes back. He's like, he doesn't know what to do because he has never handled the fandom that much, and then you're just like, wow, you know, he went through a lot in his life. He's seen a lot in his life. Still lives like pretty humbly. Has a kid.
Yeah,
I'm just like, oh geez. I remember I'll say this. JDF's son, one of JDF's son, added me on Facebook one day. I don't know how he got my name. But he tried to sell me stuff of JDF, like
really,
yeah, and I'm pretty sure his son, he's like not communicated at all with JDF.
Yeah, well, because I remember he had a son, but all he ever talks about nowadays is his daughter. Yeah,
I guess like his son, and he honestly the way he sounded and like the vibe I got off him on Facebook was like, well, he's not a druggie, but I mean he needs cash and like and stuff like that, so. I was like, dude, as much as I would love to have a JDF autograph, which I didn't really care about.
Yeah.
I mean, it's whatever, but
yeah, and I mean, it really sucks because I used to really like the character, and it sucks that the actor is so shitty that my perception of the character is going down with it, which it shouldn't be the case.
You know, he played a lot of Ranger roles. He played like. Green, white, red,
give the man credit. He was on the show for a long time. That's cool. Yeah, you were on the show a long time. I get that.
So were other characters, too.
Yeah, and I mean, there were other characters that were memorable to kids. You know, I don't remember a lot of the Mighty Morphin stuff when I was a kid. The Rangers, to me, were the In Space Rangers. Andros was, like, my favorite Ranger when I was a kid. Andros and Leo.
Yeah.
You know, those were my iconic Rangers.
Because you remember those things so vividly.
Yeah, because they were around when I was old enough to notice what was going on. The only time I ever saw MMPR was in reruns.
Yeah.
And, you know, I mean, Tommy was cool, definitely. But, I mean, I liked Leo and Andros more. You know?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So
Andros was, like, actually my hero when I got to In Space. And when In Space came out, that was, like, a whole different level for me.
So it's just, you know.
It just stinks that so there's people like that.
I understand that you would want, like, a cameos are cool, but people, the thing is that these people want full-on reprisals of the role.
Which
doesn't people that say stuff like this.
Whole different thing.
This is a whole different thing. You know, we're not getting that. If we got, like, a little, like, Stan Lee style cameo, like the cast of the Rangers. Fine. That'd be fine. That's cool. All right.
Yeah, like Austin St. John as like as a bystander on the side.
Yeah, you know, get him as like a medic. That'd be kind of funny.
That'd be
cool. You know. I mean, just little things like that. That would be cool. But people want full on reprisals of these guys to have like another acting gig again. No. I'm sorry.
JDF has had his time, and it's
all of them have had their time. I mean, Johnny Young Bosch has moved on from it. He's done anime stuff. Dude, he's totally moved on from this
He has his own band. He loves his life.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what you need to have.
All the other people in this show have moved on relatively. Okay, it's just JDF that is fixated, and his life is dependent on this, is milking this franchise for all it's worth. But, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna move on because there's so much sourness in the mouth. Happy times.
Let's go on to more happy times.
Happy times were had about 2 months ago when we saw Yoshi Sadarso at 66 Night Market, and you guys saw it because I posted on Instagram, Twitter. We also have an intro now that has to deal with Yoshi. He was so kind enough to do that for us. I had a really good conversation with him.
Yeah.
A little bit of an interview off camera. I didn't want to like put a camera in his face. I thought it was just rude to do that. But we did get like a camera to his face later on.
Yeah, we got him to do that.
It was 2 seconds, like literally, it was 10 seconds.
Yeah, it was really cool of him to do that. He said, it was no problem. So.
Yeah, I was really happy. He remembered me because like we had to come back from like a 2 hour because he was really busy.
Yeah, he was hosting the cosplay.
The cosplay
with his brother Peter, and so
and we're in apartment 210 now.
Yeah. Apparently, me and Chris are in apartment 210.
Yeah.
So we had a cosplayer come up to us and ask us if we were.
I was like, I really because like, I don't.
Or no, they didn't really ask me. They asked you and Matt.
Yeah.
Because you're the 2 Asian guys.
Yeah.
There.
I don't follow Peter on anything. I didn't know about his brother.
Oh yeah,
like,
I did. So I was like busting up immediately. I was like, oh my god, this is so
talking about right now.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
it was pretty funny.
And I was like, is that racist or not?
Nah,
I'll take it as a. I'll take it as a compliment. I'm popular.
Yeah, it was pretty funny though.
But
yeah, it was a cool thing. And then you were talking to him and stuff because I could barely say words.
Yeah. He was on the side. He was like literally like this.
I couldn't even. You guys, it was like I was so excited.
I was
like,
shaking.
I froze. I was amazed you were talking as much as I did. I was just like, oh god, okay, just like Chris do all the time.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna say something.
I was surprised I didn't even talk. I was like, that was honestly the first ranger I've ever met in real life.
Yeah. And see, that's what was weird too. Like, I've met a bunch of other rangers, and like I talked to them no problem. Then I saw Yoshi, I was like,
It's an Asian to Asian thing. That's what.
Yeah,
it is.
you guys have the connection.
Yeah, so we'll go with that.
So,
thank you, Yoshi, by the way, once more
yes,
for the good times we had there.
But basically after that, he was doing a bunch of trips to places.
Good on him.
Yeah,
he's already moved on, JDF.
Yeah, right. So he went to Japan for a little bit.
He did a whole Asian tour.
Yeah, he went to Indonesia, all those places. He even like promoted Down in Charge while he was overseas, which was really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, he went to Japan. He saw a lot of cool stuff. He met a lot of interesting people. He met a lot of Sentai people. He met, I want to say, who is it? Boken Silver and Kyoryu Gray.
Yes.
Yeah, he met him. Yes. He met Kyoryu Blue, his little counterpart, which was amazing.
Yeah, that was cool.
That's really cool. That's like a.
I think that's one of the very first times where like counterparts of each other have met.
Other than the G Ranger guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then who else did he meet? Other than the obvious one. That was it, right? It was
I think so too.
I want to say he met a couple other people. I can't remember. He met a lot of people.
He really did
overseas. But he also hung out with the Ninja cast while he was there. So that was it. So the Ninja cast got immensely cooler just by being around Yoshi for like 2 seconds, because any other time then I can't stand the Ninja cast.
I still haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, so. Lucky you.
I can't watch Sentai. I don't know. I just can't like follow it. If it's not on TV or if it's not on demand, I can't watch it. I can't stream. So it's just too much of a hassle. First world problems.
But yeah, so if you guys are unfamiliar with how Sentai works, basically Sentai films concurrently to airing still, so they're still in the filming process while the show is airing. Yeah, so they don't really, I think usually they finish filming, I want to say a couple months before the series ends. So, all that said, we got a confirmation yesterday.
By the man himself.
Yoshi is going to be doing a little cameo on next week's Ninja episode.
He didn't say what he was doing, right?
He said it was just a brief cameo. I don't think his Japanese is that good, so I'm not thinking it's going to be a speaking role or anything like that. It's probably just going to be like him on the screen and in the background, something like that.
He's probably on the phone or something.
Yeah, on the phone or reacting to a monster, which would be cool. Yeah. I was thinking like maybe the ninjas that are at a restaurant and he's like eating a burger or something. That'd be kind of funny. But yeah, either way, Yoshi's going to be cameoing on next week's Ninja. In case you guys are paying attention to calendar dates, of course, that's going to be the week of the 25th. Yeah, because Sentai airs on Sundays, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so the 25th of October, he's going to be on that episode. So that following week, we'll probably have subs of that. So if you guys have not been keeping up with Ninja, you can go ahead and catch up on that.
Or start watching
So,
now.
yeah, you can. Yeah, you can go through 30 episodes in a couple weeks. So
I'm doing it with Arrow, so.
Yeah. So yeah, that's cool. That's gonna be, I believe, the first time that it's not the first time that a Ranger actor has ever been on a Sentai set, but it is gonna be the first time that a Ranger actor has been on an episode of Sentai. Yeah, and so this is it was funny.
This is actually pretty big.
Yeah, it's a big thing for the franchise. I mean, that's cool.
Besides Powerful Rangers, you really don't have.
Yeah. I mean, you have allusions to it. This is probably the closest we're ever gonna get to a Sentai and Ranger team up.
Yeah.
Crossover special. I know there are people out there that would legitimately want that, but in the grand scheme of things,
it's
guys,
never gonna happen.
That wouldn't make sense. Language barriers.
Yeah, too much production value into one single episode.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think who would be the focus of that, and how would the casts interact with each other. That would just be an entire thing. I mean, I could see that maybe as like a B cinema in Japan. I could see that being a thing in Japan, but not in America.
The only thing we'll ever come close to it is that Dino Charge episode. I mean, not Dino Charge. I mean, Dino Thunder episode.
Oh yeah, the Lost in Translation. That's probably the closest we're ever going to get to Sentai Ranger interaction.
They will be lost in translation if we ever did it, because that language barriers.
Yeah, there's language barriers. Granted, some of the I'm sure some of the actors can speak English or something like that.
But it'd just be way too much.
Yeah, it's just a lot of effort for something like that.
Yeah.
But either way, it's still really cool. This is something new. But I did want to mention this isn't the first time a Ranger has been on Sentai set.
Yeah.
There was I think it was Go On Here.
Yeah, it was.
It was what's his name? He played Mac.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy who played Mac, the Red Overdrive Ranger. He was on the Go On Here set at one point.
Yeah, I saw the pictures today.
Yeah. So it's not the first time that's happened, but it's definitely the first time Rangers had a cameo.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool. Excited to watch that episode on Ninja and skip through it all the way to find where Yoshi is and then end the episode.
You know what's crazy is now we have a 6th degree of meeting a Sentai member, because we met Yoshi. Mm-hmm. Yoshi met the Sentai podcast. Mm-hmm. So it's just like a really long 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon type of thing.
What do you mean?
Have you never heard of six degrees of Kevin Bacon? So it's like Kevin Bacon, there's a thing on Google. If you look up 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, Kevin Bacon has he has acted with everyone, or works with everyone. So it's like Kevin Bacon to Justin Timberlake. Justin Timberlake has done this to this to this to this person.
Oh, by
Bacon.
association.
By association,
he's been with these people.
So that's why we have a 6th degree of association
to the ninjas.
Ninja. So
okay.
So we've honestly been on Sentai. If we think about it.
Yeah, I mean, we really think about it. We've been on
something like that.
But yeah, so that's just cool. There's not really much to say. It's again, don't get your hopes too high, guys. It's not like he's probably gonna have a big speaking role or anything like that. But it's just gonna be cool to see him on Ninja.
It would be funny if he tries to grab Bruce Morford. He's like, I don't have one. He's like, what's going on here? He's like, oh, this is Sentai.
Yeah. I am powerless here.
But we're going to move on.
Yes.
Speaking of from Yoshi, we have Dino Charge.
We do have an episode to talk about.
We literally just watched it today. I was watching it during the game, which was I was looking up and down from my screen to the TV. I was like, okay, all right, okay. But the episode was called True Black, I believe it was. It was okay.
Yeah, this episode was probably the one I enjoyed the least out of Dino Charge so far. It wasn't bad by any means.
No.
But it just was the most okay episode out of all of them. The most meh episode. Yeah, the most meh. It was just an episode. It was just kind of there.
Yeah. I mean, I think you could skip this if you really.
I mean, yeah. If
you're marathoning it, if Dino Charge finished today, you could just easily skip this. Yeah. Well, if the X weapon, what is it called?
Dino Armor X.
Dino Armor X. Okay, whatever. It's orange. Okay. So if it doesn't come into play in later episodes, yeah.
I think they only use it a handful of time in Kyurager.
We didn't watch the actual French footage. I mean the French, episodes.
Yeah, we follow the American release schedule.
For the 40th
I don't
time.
care what Latin America and France are doing.
Yeah, don't care. But it was okay. I was like.
Yeah, I mean. The premise,
NZ.
Yeah, the premise is weird. Shelby is all of a sudden. I mean, Shelby's been made to be this kind of tomboy.
Yeah.
Type of thing, And then it was just really weird to me that she was all of a sudden into this
One
like
Direction
New Zealand,
type of
this New Zealand style One Direction boy band thing. And then Chase just spends like the whole episode
just
like
bashing her,
bagging on her.
Yeah. Which we already do.
I mean, a lot of people do that with Directioners and you know, boy band fans in general. It's not really.
Yeah, people did to me with Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, I mean, like it's not
true story. Not even like lying to you guys.
Oh yeah. I was into Backstreet Boys too.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, I mean, Shelby was just getting really upset about it. You know, her feelings got hurt, and it was just. The premise was weird because apparently him hurting someone's feelings can stop a Dino Charger from working, which I get it that it's Power Rangers and stuff, but that seemed kind of like a stretch.
That was such an extreme stretch.
Yeah.
Something in your heart made you
Keeper just shows up and drops some more mentor knowledge.
All right,
and it's just like,
cool.
Alright, well that was...
Alright, thank you, Yoda.
Yeah, thanks, Yoda. Go back into your cave. We're gonna see you in like 5 more episodes.
And in your heart you did. Okay.
So yeah, it was just kind of a lame reason for his Dino Charger not to be working.
I hated how he apologized to her on the comm. I was just like, just freaking save her, man.
Yeah, just go in there. You know, I mean, we get that you're sorry, but just go in there and save her.
Yeah, no. She almost died because of you again.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So
as much as I love Chase, like Chase is probably one of my favorite Rangers. Yeah, actually, all the cast is pretty nice except Ivan right now.
Yeah, they've toned down Ivan a little bit. He's kind of like been taking the background to everything. He wasn't in the initial first fight. They kind of just had him laid back, and that's good.
I like how they introduced him into the actual fight, the $1 tip thing.
Oh yeah. I mean, he has some funny moments, but I'm still not getting behind him.
I'm not bought by him.
I could get like Ryan and even Antonio, even though I thought Antonio was really annoying with his whole Spanish accent thing.
Perfecto.
Fantastico. I'm a white person trying to speak Spanish.
At least we have this time with Spanish.
Yeah, so I don't know. We have like the opposite this time. We have a Hispanic trying to be white.
Yeah.
Evil
white.
Yeah, to make it worse. And so I don't know. I'm still not getting behind Ivan. Hopefully he gets better.
He's like right now a 6 out of 10 for me.
Yeah.
Like Tyler's an 8.
Yeah, he just has okay moments. Is the thing. Ivan doesn't really do anything that's really interesting.
There's no character development with him yet. So
yeah, they haven't. Yeah, they're just kind of putting him in the background. He's just part of the team at this point.
Yeah. Which
is fine. They're just going back to focusing on the other Rangers.
Which is good. Yeah.
Yeah, which is fine. We can come back to him later.
Was the monster called Gold Digger?
Gold Digger.
Wow.
That was the monster's
That's
name.
An awful name. That's an awful name. Like imagine if you're a parent, you listen to this like you talk. It's like, who's that monster? His name's Gold Digger. Oh, jeez.
Watch, that's gonna be the
Kanye West pops up.
That's gonna be the one that gets a figure. Watch. The next one, but
I don't know. It was.
Yeah, I mean the episode was just okay.
It didn't do anything for me. It was just like there to see.
That's really all it was.
At least it was.
I will say this though. I don't think I said it last episode. They have really long-winded names for some of their stuff.
Yeah.
The Dino Charge Megazord, Tristego Terraformation. It's like, why do you have to add the
Just name it to something else.
Just call it a different Megazord.
Yeah.
Samurai had like 10 different names for each of its sword configurations. Yeah. Like, why can't we just make a different name for the Megazord?
Why don't you just make it Super Terra Charge Megazord? That's it.
Yeah, and then call the next one Ultra Dino Charge Megazord or something like that, or Dino Charge Ultrazord.
Just do what you do to the titles of the Power Rangers, like Super Dino Charge or Dino Super Charge, and just add it onto the Megazord.
Yeah, just do that for the Megazord.
So much easier, right?
Yeah.
See, when you want like I don't know a really crafty name for Power Rangers, like a theme, you get. It's so simple, but for Megazords they make it so complicated, and it's just like just do the complete opposite.
I mean, I was okay with the the initial Tristego formation.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, because I mean that's cool. That's fine.
Stegosaurus, yeah.
But now you want to add a third one in there? It's too long-winded.
Especially for kids that want to like.
Especially because the Terrazord does a lot more than that. You know, it like makes like a whole new Zord.
Oh, yeah.
So just call it a new Megazord.
Golden Supercharged Megazord.
Golden Megazord. I don't know. Whatever. But
Zordon formation. I don't know.
Zordon formation.
JDF formation.
Keeper formation.
Exactly at this point. Tauren formation.
Tauren formation.
Which actually there was like a little,
there was a little thing today, wasn't
yeah,
there?
I saw that. I was like,
it was
what?
like a character. I think it's his name.
It was like
They were just
Wing and Zero something.
Yeah, Nero Wing, and just by that name, they were just kind of assuming that it was Tauren from Kyoryuger.
I will say this: it bears a striking resemblance to Tauren in the thing. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh, did they describe him?
No, they showed pictures.
No, I thought they just grabbed a screen cap from Sentai.
Oh, is it? Because I thought.
Yeah, I think they were just going by the name.
Mm.
By the name, they were just taking a guess of who it was.
I guess. I mean, because there's...
Because Nero Wing, I wouldn't really... Because the only reason I would think Tauren would come into play in Dino Charge is because he had a clone at one point.
Yeah, that's the one, I think.
So...
And then it was red?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they showed.
Oh, that's what they showed?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it right now.
Oh, okay.
So, let me see. No, send it your
Yeah,
way.
so, I don't know.
There's so much stuff on Power Rangers today, actually.
Yeah, there was.
But anyways, I think... Yeah,
either way, I mean, it'd be cool if they did incorporate him in, and it'd be cool if we got, like, a figure of him.
Somehow?
That'd be
villain figure?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That'd be cool. So,
I actually would like to have a Tauren figure. I thought he was really good in Kyoryuger, and I don't know. I was like, wait, so they're not bringing him into
Power
Rangers?
making Keeper.
This doesn't make sense. And then there was someone talking about back to New York Comic Con. They were talking about Bandai, and they're like, "Yeah, we don't know what to do about Poisandra, but we'll definitely do a Keeper figure." Like, no one wants to get a Keeper figure at all.
Or no, didn't they put an option? Which would you prefer, a Keeper or Poisandra figure? Wasn't that the thing?
It was that, but they were talking to him like direct.
Yeah, but it's like, I think I would want a Poisandra figure more than
Keeper. The guy said because it was a U.S. exclusive, that it'd be more fun to have a Keeper figure than a Poisandra figure.
Okay, but Poisandra is a more prominent character than Keeper is.
Exactly.
Because all Keeper does is just show up in random episodes.
Oh, whoa! Breaking news here.
Oh,
sorry. Legacy Falconzord will retail at $60 and not at $80 as previously reported. That's 24 megas worth by Toku Nation. That's a little bit better.
That is still too much.
That's still too much.
That thing.
But anyways, go ahead. Predominance.
Yeah, I mean, Keeper shows up, he says his little, mentor stuff. He's like, alright, here's some mentor knowledge. Keeper out. And then he walks away. That's all Keeper does.
He's literally a Yoda.
He is a Yoda to the Dino Charge Rangers. I'm hoping they have some bigger plans for Keeper soon, but at this point, Keeper has really done nothing other than set up the story of Dino Charge.
Now, I've only seen handful episodes of Kyoryuger.
Mm-hmm.
Tauren was he was kind of their guide, right? He held their hand.
Tauren was basically what Keeper is doing. He was the guardian of.
During the whole series, was he holding their hand, holding the Rangers hand the whole time?
He was prominent there.
Because I saw more Tauren.
He had more of a commander vibe.
Yeah, that's how I felt with him.
He had like a Doggy Kruger vibe to him.
Yeah, yes.
So he played more of that type of role. So he did mentor when he needed to, but he wasn't opposed to letting the Rangers figure things out and just sending them off. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Well, I can't find the thing, so we're just probably gonna. Oh no, I just found it right now.
You just found it?
Oh no, maybe it is because they're just bringing out the Tauren and then Doomwing and Xenowing, are the and then they brought up Tauren's
picture, right?
Yeah, from Ranger Crew.
So, yeah, so we'll see. I mean, that's probably not going to be till Dino Super Drive, which is next year.
Dino Super Drive, yes.
Yeah.
So it's also.
We still got quite a ways even for that.
At least it's almost the end of the year. It's already October.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah, which is weird. We're literally almost done with. We're almost at the halfway point.
And we're not complaining as much as we did with.
No, not even.
Force.
And
we're not even close.
We're getting holiday specials, right? I believe.
A couple, I think.
Yeah, so should be having the Halloween special soon, which I'm hoping is not a clip show again. I'm hoping we've moved on from clip show Halloween.
I'm done with clip shows altogether.
Seriously.
Especially in adult shows like Arrow and Flash. I don't need that. I want to watch what's actually going on. I don't want to backtrack the story.
Yeah.
We already got much backtracking with the Arrow as is.
Yeah, I mean the seasons aren't long enough for you to forget that much, honestly.
Yeah.
So I mean you don't really need a lot of
And Power Rangers is simple enough, so you don't have to like backtrack so much. And with filler episodes like today's episode, you don't need to backtrack into that.
Yeah.
You don't need a clip of that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Weapon X, whatever. Cool, whatever.
Yeah.
Moving on. So that's pretty much it for today's. How long is this? An hour and 40-minute podcast.
Wow.
This will again be probably 5 gigabytes long. I actually set the frame rate to 24 instead of 60, so it's less. It's more choppy but less fluid. But I am definitely not spending 20 gigs of my external hard drive.
Yeah.
I'm really about to buy another 1 terabyte or 5 terabyte hard drive by Christmas time. So it's gonna be great editing tonight and then uploading tonight as well. But my sleep schedule has been great, so that's good. So I'll definitely do it as I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
And I haven't had problems with my Wi-Fi. Time Warner has been pretty decent so far. I will say they do drop sometimes, and especially last night. I couldn't get on Facebook. It was a crucial moment on Facebook.
Crucial moment.
I was posting "What do you mean" on Will's Facebook page. Speaking of Facebook pages, also like us on Facebook. The Ranger Review. We're actually going to change the picture of me to us this week. We took some pictures yesterday. I have to do that all today and tomorrow. I'm going to be busy this week redoing some. I have a lot of videos to shoot this week, so definitely going to be very productive this week for you guys and bring out some quality content for you. And I have a new toy to play with. I've been playing with it last night. In 2 weeks, you guys will know what it is. If you're already on Facebook and Instagram, you already know what it is. Yeah. But I'm not going to spoil it for anyone who has watched the podcast. So yeah, enjoy yourselves. You guys have 2 weeks of not us. So I hope you guys are watching this, the whole thing of the podcast. Leave a thumbs up if you like this. Again, if we hit, 20 likes?
Yeah, we didn't hit 20 quite last time, so let's go ahead and try and hit 20 this time. If we do, we'll start doing audio versions.
Yes. Cool. I'll obviously shoot the video, and then I will take the audio from it and just put it onto SoundCloud. It's pretty simple, but it takes a long time actually to do. It's kind of a ridiculous download and separation period. So that's pretty much it, guys. My throat is actually drying up right now, so I'll stop right here. Will, can you take it away? Yes.
So just make sure you guys keep up with us. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Leave a comment talking about all this stuff that we were talking about in the episode today. We always like seeing what you guys' thoughts are on everything. And then just look forward to more stuff. And until the next episode of this PLZ podcast, I'm Will, and he is Chris. And we will see you guys next time.